Hey everybody, Matt here from Digital.Flash.Fire, Rolling Thunder, and today we're going to be looking at some gameplay footage from the Tier 5 American destroyer, the Nicholas. Now this was a good game for me, not all of these are this good. I have a slow hard drive right now, I'm getting it upgraded, but it was almost 3 minutes in before I loaded up, and so I had to play a game of catch-up. Now I'll try not to talk too much because I just want you to watch and enjoy. I am certainly not going to tell you how to play the game because I'm not so great at it myself, but I picked up Confederate, I picked up High Caliber, I got 5 kills, and I had a lot of fun. So we will go through this. So I get a late start and I see that the majority of my group has headed west, and there's already a destroyer down there that's trying to head them off at the pass. Now I want to try to prevent that, and as a destroyer who's fast moving, that's where you want to be. You can see it pop up right there, that Minikaze. Can't have that. So with a Japanese destroyer, you really want to try to stay away from what's going on and use your torpedoes to the best of your ability. They have a huge range. Well, American destroyers don't have that. They've got guns, and they have torpedoes sort of as a backup. So you're going to get spotted, you're going to get seen, you're going to get shot at. What makes a good destroyer player is finding a spot where you can establish dominance, where it would be unwise for people to chase you down, and where you can pick off people by predicting what they're going to do. So I'm coming up on the Minikaze, and the first thing I'm going to start doing, I'll see if I can leave it on this for a second. So I'm coming up on that Minikaze, and before I do that, I get a read of how close that battleship is, because I'm going to be detected this entire time. I popped smoke, but I'm going to be blinking in and out because of the minimum range, and I'm going to start in on this Minikaze. First and foremost, I'm distracting him from attacking the large fleet to his north, and second of all, I want to blow him up. So always high explosive, continue to lay him out. Some asshole on my team shoots torpedoes into the gap. I guess he didn't see me even though he can. He's taken care of. The South Carolina is bearing down 4.4 kilometers, so I'm going to fire some torpedoes at him. And the way that it's generally set up is that they're always going to see your first set of torpedoes and they're going to turn away from them. So what I like to do is I will shoot wide to one direction or the other, purposefully to make them turn into the second set. So there we go. First target hits, flooding caused, took a nice little chunk out of him. And the whole time, it's a little bit jarring, I know. The whole time I am switching in and out of firing high explosive at him to keep damage pouring. Checking on my torpedoes, still on cooldown, nothing I can do about that. It's a little messy right now. The best I can do is turn into him and just keep putting shots down. Mess up his guns, do a little bit of damage, set him on fire. Fresh torps. He's out. I didn't get that kill either, which is unfortunate. So here's our Tenryu. Our Tenryu is going to try what Tenryus do, and they're going to turn and fire torpedoes, and they're going to start shooting at me. And I've already let off another set of torpedoes that are going straight towards him. This one's kind of his fault because he should have known and he should have turned, but he didn't turn. And there's a torpedo hit. Most of his life's gone. He panics, he runs into a wall, and he actually lives for a good couple seconds here before, I think this is my first kill, and we can finally put him down. Yep, there we go. Now you'll see his torpedoes climbing off to the left there, but I don't have time to worry about that. I am in a tight spot. There is a lot of focus on my grid square because I'm in between the two fleets that are shooting, and I need to try to figure out what exactly is going on. So far, everything good. The next closest thing to me is that New York, and of course the Wix pops up. Now, American versus American destroyer fights are hands down the most exciting things in this game to me. Good guns, tight torpedoes, it's just crazy. So he and I start playing the game with each other, and I fire off to the right of that island, assuming he's going to go that way. He does the exact same thing, assuming I'm going to go the other way, and ooh, he almost gets me. But he doesn't. But it was a very smart play that would have gotten somebody who wasn't paying attention. Now, I can assume already that either he's going to hit him or he's going to miss him. He's just smart enough. He probably did the exact same thing I did, and it turns him away and it messes him up. So now I've got the upper hand. I've got a bead drawn on him. I'm laying fire into him. And you can see American destroyer guns on the Nicholas. I've done this on the Wix and the Clemson. They will put some damage out if you can keep them on, which I'm not great. And this whole time, He's still firing torpedoes. This probably could have played a little bit better. I should have known that was coming. But that's it. Done. Another one down. And that New York, for whatever reason, has decided to stay close to the islands. I don't know why he didn't see destroyers messing around. I don't know why he's this close. But all it takes... Guess where he's going to be? He can't go between those. He's moving too slow. I've already fired my torpedoes to meet him on the left side of the island, which unfortunately he's not going to see for a minute. And I start scanning what's nearby, what's going on. Oh, and wait for it. Oh, wait for it. Oh, is he going to make it? Of course, some asshole shoots more torpedoes at me. Okay, there we go. 3 torpedo hits. Devastating strike. He's done. For shame. Listen, guys, I know that you get excited about shooting your torpedoes. First of all, you're a cruiser. Fantastic. Save it as a shotgun. Second of all, if there's a destroyer anywhere near you, just because they can move out of the way doesn't mean that they are actively thinking about it. Now, thank God I was having a good game here because, what, I've had 6 or 7 torpedoes from friendlies go past me already? So things start to slow down. And it's a matter now of getting a good angle on those last 4. I can't just charge in. It's a lot of open water. And these guys have been playing aggressively, so maybe I take a breather, let things readjust. I thought that I had actually seen a... let me pull my cursor out. I thought I had seen a destroyer heading up towards my carrier here, so I start to engage him, but it turns out he already got taken care of. Start peppering him with fire. Now, some destroyer players would say, well, you don't want to do that because then he's going to know you're here. Look, he's going to know that you're there. I'm 5.4 clicks next to him. You can see these destroyers from space, apparently. I want to be aggressive. You can't spin your wheels.
Smoke screen set.
Little bits of damage here and there. Incapacitate what I can. I'm still going to be jockeying left and right, but that first set of torps, mwah! And there's the Confederate. And that's on him. He knew I was there. He'd known I was there for what, almost 30 seconds. Didn't turn, didn't do anything. So now I got to chase down this New York. And I make a little joke about how I don't want to shoot at Siddhartha, and it's fine. But I'm gonna catch up to him, and you know, in the downtime really quick here, I cannot tell you how many times I have seen laid back, unengaging destroyer players, and sometimes that's effective because if you push too hard too soon, you're gonna get whomped really hard. But once you've YOLO'd out to your spot where you want to keep your dominance, then you need to sit there and you need to actively push people away and try to blow them up. A good angle for one shot is not worth a good position for 8 or 9 shots down the road over the course of a match. So at this point, this New York knows that I'm coming for him. He's trying to slowly get out of the way. I'm going to send some torpedoes off, but what I'm going to do is, the first set I know that he's going to turn away from because he's going to see them earlier, so I give it a little bit of a delay, and I shoot to the right, and what that's going to do is put those on course to hit him after he's already started his turn. It's not perfect all the time, and you can see that every time I fire now, I'm going to be firing to the right of the best angle. There's one hit, and I think that second one, there's the second hit, which gives me my high caliber. Continue to pepper him. And that is the beauty of predicting rudder shifts. I think these actually slide by. I don't know that I could. But my HE guns on my destroyer just finished off that battleship. And it's from planning, it's from keeping pressure on, it's from doing a couple things all at once. And now for the Ho Show. Poor Ho Show. I've got 5 sinks. Confederate, high caliber, I put a devastating strike down. 55 shots out, which you'll see later in the stats is, you know, a huge contributor to my damage. If you're only using torpedoes, you are doing it wrong. And I'm not a great player. I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anybody. Believe me, if you have seen me play in real life, you know that I am not a great player. But you have to use all of the assets available to you. That just makes sense. As with all carriers, I'm going to try to set them on fire so they can't get planes to land, they can't get them to go. So I start firing at this carrier, but the enemy base captures, everything goes fine. So let's chalk that up as a victory in the Nicholas. 6,700 experience. This was my first win. It was a double EXP weekend, so good things, right? How often does that happen? 10 torpedo hits, 56 shots, 5 destroyed, 4 set on fires, and 6 flooding. 5 incapacitations, and 3 shot down planes, but that's all just, you know, a little bit extra. Team score, 5 kills, 3 planes shot down, 2,200 raw EXP, more than double the next person. And some of the people on their team only got 42, 117. Aggressiveness, keep your spot. And here's what I wanted to talk about really quick. 72,000 damage off my torpedo hits, 10 hits, beautiful, that feels real great. But I'm still pulling 22,000 off of my HE shells, 10,000 off of fire set. With 56 hits, it's just an essential part of what you're doing. Now, with the torpedoes alone, great, fantastic. But when you add everything else in, I'm nearing 100,000 damage. That's what you want to go for. That's why these ships are so fantastic. Just play them right. Don't be afraid to get in there and bully, brawl a little bit. Don't be stupid. So I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to make these videos better so they're more enjoyable for you guys, because I love World of Warships and I really want to get it out there so that more people can see and more people can play. So if you have any suggestions, if you want to see anything else like that, let me know and we'll try to work it in. But I think that's all for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out our other videos. We do all kinds of stuff. I'm Matt from Digital.Flash.Fire, Rolling Thunder, and I will see you guys next time.